Hi, I'm Daniel Foley, and in this video I want to talk to you about putting on your robe of righteousness. So your robe of righteousness, that might not be a term that's familiar with you, but I want to start to talk about what that is and why it's important for you. So throughout the New Testament and the Old Testament as well, you see that righteousness is a very important topic. So when you are considered righteous, that means you are in right standing with God and you have His blessing and His favor on your life. So in the Old Testament, the Israelites, they had this covenant with God that if they did what they were supposed to do, they were blessed and favored. But if they didn't do what they were supposed to do, then they had the curse put on their lives. Okay? So have you ever wondered, maybe you've had that Old Testament mindset, and have you ever wondered whether, is God mad at me for something I'm doing? How is my relationship with God? Do I need to be fearful? Is He out to get me for something that I've done? So a lot of people get into this mindset of thinking that it's their own works, that God's going to either bless them or curse them based on the things that they can do. And that is an Old Testament mindset. In the New Testament, it is different. So Jesus came and fulfilled that law for you. And His righteousness has been credited to your account. So He paid the price for all of your sin. And when God sees you, He sees what Jesus did. So His righteousness has been credited to you. And that is the gift of righteousness that the Bible talks about. So you are not righteous because of anything you do. You're not righteous because of reading your Bible or tithing or going to church or doing good things. You're not righteous because of any of that. So you can't earn God's blessing and His favor on your life by any of those good things that you do. Okay, that's a big misconception that people have. On the flip side of that, you're not unrighteous because you don't go to church or you didn't do good things or you lied or whatever it is. You're not unrighteous because of any of those things. You're only righteous because of Jesus. That's the new covenant. And that's the gift of grace, is that no matter what you do, you are right with God as long as you just believe in Jesus. So that's the covenant that we have. And that means that as long as you believe in Jesus, you have blessing and favor on your life from God. He's trying to do good for you every day if you will receive it. Okay, but this takes a renewing of the mind. This is a different way of thinking for most people. Okay, so Isaiah 61:10 says that God clothed him with a robe of righteousness. In the book of Job, he talks also about a robe of righteousness. So this concept of you've got to clothe yourself with this righteousness that's found in Jesus. Okay, so if you look in the book of Revelation and some of the parables of Jesus, like the people coming to the wedding feast, they had to put on their clothes. So God is not going to put this robe on for you. So He's given you this gift, this robe of righteousness that you can clothe yourself with. And He expects you to put it on. You have to take it and receive it and put it on. So it's like someone gave you a gift. Just because they gave you the gift doesn't mean you're getting anything out of it. You have to actually take the gift out of the box and you got to use it. You got to put it on. So someone buys you new clothes, you got to take them and you actually got to start to wear them. So He's given you this gift and He wants you to take it and He wants you to put it on. So how do you do that? Like I said, you got to renew your mind. You're going to have to change the way you think to thinking about, you know what, I'm righteous because of Jesus. And that means that I'm in right standing with God and I have His blessing and His favor on my life in everything that I do. So you got to put it on and you got to change the way that you think. So one of the things, my challenge for you is this. I want you to go through the book of Proverbs or the book of Psalms. Pick one of them. Either one of them is okay, but there's a lot of scriptures in there about the righteous. I can remember reading through those books, and it says a righteous man does this, or a righteous man has this blessing. And I used to wonder, like, do I qualify? Am I good? Do I get that blessing? Where do I fit on that? And the good news is that just because of Jesus, you qualify. Okay, so all those promises are for you if you will receive them, but you got to put that righteousness on. And so you got to read through the Proverbs and the Psalms. When you see those scriptures, this is a good place to start. Put your name in there. So it says the righteous does this. Put your name in there, and you got to receive that and say, you know what, that's me. It's talking about me. So this is going to teach you who you are as a righteous person and what you have and what Jesus has provided for you. And it's also going to renew your mind just to think differently about your righteousness. Okay, so that's my challenge for you this week. Read through the book of Proverbs or the book of Psalms and start to put your name anywhere that it says the righteous do this or the righteous have this. Put your name in there. And it will change the way you look at this. And it's going to help you to put on your righteousness and receive that righteousness that's been given to you. So Romans 5:17 says that those that have received the abundance of grace and the gift of righteousness will reign in life through one man, Jesus Christ. So when you receive this grace and you receive this gift of righteousness, you will reign in life because you realize it's not because of what you do, it's because of what Jesus did. So that's my challenge for you this week. Read through the book of Psalms or the book of Proverbs and start to put your name in there and think about it differently.